Welcome back, everybody. Today we are looking at the defense for our Madden draft guide. Um, we're first starting off with the defensive ends. Looking at the ends, I want to focus on guys with A's and power move or finesse move. You have a guy like Michael Nails. B, so you're hoping for a great combine. You don't get a great one. You get good speed, good strength, which are things that we really want to focus on. However, the skills don't make me too interested in drafting Michael Nails. However, Evan Edens, good block shed, good power move, good tackle. He is 23 though, so keep that in mind. We want to find guys who are in the 21-year-old range. Evan Edens though looks like an absolute beast. Physicals, very good speed. He looks like an elite player, going to be a really good edge rusher for years to come. He would be without a doubt someone I would draft. When you look later in the draft, you're not finding any DNs later than round three. If you're lucky even to find them in round three, focus on power move, finesse move being in the A, maybe B range. Jason Gabriel, I'm not too intrigued by him as a prospect. He might be okay. He might get a dev trade, but I don't think he's going to produce well in Madden Sim. Looking at right ends, we're doing the same exact idea. Steven Nance might be good. Hopefully that becomes a power move. Block shed's mid. Speed's pretty mid. I wouldn't take the risk on him. However, there's a chance that he turns out good. Andy Holloway. B power moves, it's okay. Again, I don't know if I would take a risk. He is a little bit less of an iffy prospect than Steven Nance, though. But yes, as you look at it further in the draft, you might see a guy like Josh Bernard and be like 6'2", 265, B finesse, C block shed. Doesn't look too bad. Good combine. He is someone I would take a shot on. However, the likelihood of this guy actually hitting and being a good player is incredibly unlikely. Looking at defensive tackles now, my only focus is on finding block shed. Majority of the time, you're going to have to draft a defensive end, like a Rashad Caldwell, and move him to D tackle because block shed is just so incredibly important. You want to find someone with some relatively okay speed, especially. I've drafted players like this Daryl Tomlinson. Looks like a monster. I mean, 6'1", 390 is a ginormous dude. He cannot move 5'2", 5'1", 6". He could move people 46 bench reps, but he's not going to get you this tackle, or he's not going to get you tackles. I mean, great looking prospect, not going to produce well in Madden. A lot of these tackles do not look good. I might take a shot on Jermaine Ross later in the draft, just because that block shed has a chance to be good. But the block shed's all that matters. I mean, never mind, he's slow and not very strong. You want to find like athletic players, especially with defensive line. That's the main focus. Daryl Tomlinson has a chance to be okay. It might be a good if he develops the block shed, he might be a good D tackle. But right now, I don't know if I would even go near him. Next, we're looking at outside linebackers. Um, Keep in mind, Madden, you could have a linebacker that's an edge rusher or an edge rusher that's just an edge rusher. So a lot of these outside linebackers could also be your next DNs. I would look at speed and power rushers. Don't look at a run stopper if you're trying to find a DN, or a pass coverage guy if you're trying to find a DN, or even a field general. Focus on speed or power rusher, and you're going to do a little bit more digging. Again, looks like an athletic player. Good finesse move. Okay block shed. He was someone I would maybe take a chance on. I mean, doesn't look too bad. You look at a power rusher next. Good pursuit, which is something really awesome to see. Looks like he's going to have okay block shed. Where's his power moves? You're taking a shot on those power moves, though. You don't know necessarily, but if I had to guess, JD is going to be a good edge rusher. Moving on later, you really just want to keep focusing on skills if you're drafting an outside linebacker to move him a DN. You need to look at these finesse and power moves and block shed, similar to what you did with the DN. However, it's just not going to be as in your face. Again, still want to look at these physicals. You're probably going to be finding faster players. You're not really going to be finding 4.8s as an outside linebacker, but the same for right outside linebacker. The same exact thing. Speed rusher like a Riley Weaver. Let's click on him. Go to skills. Good finesse. I wouldn't really go near him. Not elite. especially if I'm drafting the first round. Devin Talley has a chance to be a little bit better. Hopefully that becomes a B block shed. Then you really win that pick. But he looks like a pretty good player. I would take a chance on Devin. But for outside linebackers, when you're trying to draft an edge rusher, I would look there and look to the end. Don't just look to the end. But there's more to outside linebacker than just rushing the passer. Find guys that are run stoppers. Usually my left outside linebacker is a run stopper, but linebackers, the biggest focus is on speed and tackle. If they can tackle well, like this guy, but aren't the fastest, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be great. But if I find someone who is really fast, it's going to be a linebacker. They're usually there. Field general, Chris Lawrence, 4.37. I'm drafting him in a heartbeat, moving into my sub linebacker. He's going to develop so incredibly well. His tackle is not amazing. Hopefully it develops. But speed is the key focus for these guys. You want to find speed. If you don't find speed, then you want to find really good ratings. That's how you draft your linebackers. Moving on to defensive backs. Now, defensive backs is kind of like a quarterback. You want to find these traits. Aggressive ball hawk is what you want to find. However, unlike quarterbacks, you don't draft the player just because you see that aggressive ball hawk. Zone corner, this guy is a good player. I mean, can move pretty well and has that ability. I would draft him. However, when you look, let's see if we can find anyone else who has that ability. Struggles finding the ball in the air. I'm never drafting them, no matter how talented they look. You find a guy, this guy actually looks very, very good player, but his speeds aren't particularly amazing. He might get beaten coverage just because of that lack of speed. However, I would still draft him. Good zone, good man, not great press, good catching, aggressive ball hawk. I definitely draft him 6'4" as well. Struggles finding the ball in the air. Great abilities. I still won't take him. Great combine. I still won't take him. I need that aggressive ball hawk because that's how you get interceptions. This guy is not going to get you interceptions. He's going to be a good corner. He's going to be a high quality corner, but he's not going to get you picks. And that's a worry. I mean, savvy, a guy like this ability with savvy, I might look at. I might draft him. If he's still on the board, I might just take a shot at him. Because he's going to get you some picks. He's going to get you some picks. But if you want like a Trayvon Diggs, I mean, 6'5", that's insane. If you want picks, draft a 6'5" corner who could move pretty decent. You're going to get picks. He's going to be a Trayvon Diggs. He's going to go get you picks. He might allow some yards, might get beaten coverage, but for me personally in Madden, I want my corners to get me turnovers, and this is exactly what these corners are going to do. Safeties are exactly like wide receivers on offense. So impossible to draft. Again, aggressive to find the ball in there, aggressive ball hawk, for better and worse. That's what you want to see. But safeties, I mean, don't draft a 4.66 safety. 4.5 and below, hard hitter. That's what you want to find. You need good combines. Safeties are so hard. I mean, I'd rather draft draft a corner and move into safety than draft a safety, just because the hit rate is just so incredibly low. I mean, Kelvin Pruitt, probably going to be a pretty good player. Probably going to have a dev rate. Doesn't find the ball in the air well, which is, I mean, you might have to take a payoff of, like, which do you want, but, like, Raphael, I might draft, but, like, round one talent, like, I don't know if I'm drafting one of those guys round one. I'd rather draft a corner, like a zone corner. Antonio, find an aggressive ball hawk who plays zone, move him to safety. That's your best chances for finding a safety. Next, we are looking at kickers. Kickers, the only thing that matters. Go to physicals, see the kick power on the ratings on the left. Find when it says elite or great. I wouldn't go for good. It's not going to be amazing. Great, I would probably draft him if I don't find an elite and I need a kicker. So I mean, that guy would be Bill Wilson would be someone I would draft. Good kick accuracy as well. You could also move a punter to kicker and kicker to punter. It's okay. Great kick power in the first one. Not seeing any elites so far. but elite is what you want to look for. Great is solid. You could definitely still draft a guy with like a great kick power, but you want to focus on those elite guys. But that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.